Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I make that 7 o'clock. Welcome to this evening's planning committee. And do we have any apologies?
Councillor Brocky, Chairman.
Have anybody that's supplement?
Apologies from the sub. Apologies from the sub.
Apologies from the sub as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Apologies. Do you have any declarations of interest? The items proving on the agenda this evening. All around, don't see any identifiable. Item 3, minutes of the previous meeting. I'll have a chance to read through those meeting minutes now. And do we consider those minutes are an accurate and true record of proceedings? I think that's the show of hands, please. Thank you very much, councillors. Okay, that brings us on to the first item of substantive business this evening. Application for major development, Peacock Bay Reserve Area. Peacock Bay Road, Talk, Harworth, Estates Investment Limited. Now, this has been back to planning committee before, so this is the latest incarnation of. Over to you, Charles.
Thank you, Chair. The application seeks full planning permission for earthworks, pond creation and soft landscaping to form a new Great Crested New Reserve. The site falls within the Greenbelt and is within a high-risk coal mining area. So for context, this proposal is linked to the Chesterley Valley development site, which was granted planning permission in 2019 for a large-scale industrial development and the new highway improvements along Peacock Bay Road. During the assessment of that site, a large population of Great Crested Newts were identified, and to mitigate the impacts of that development, it's intended that the Great Crested Newts will be trapped and then translocated from the development site to this new habitat. So in respect of location, the site lies to the north of Peacock Bay Road, on the opposite side of the highway to the Chesterley Valley development site. The site's boundaries are made by of existing trees, and there's an area of woodland located directly to the east. There's an existing access point in the southwest. It's in a poor condition. And such a new access track is to be created approximately 90 metres east. Access track. The reserve itself will be located along the northeastern section of the application site, adjacent to the woodland. So this is the plan for the site layout. Site comprised of 9 large ponds, 4 small shallow ponds known as scrapes, and a number of bog panels with scrub planting. New 1.15 metre high livestock proof fence were created along the northern, western, and southeastern edges of the site, and a new hedgerow, which will be made up of a mix of native species, were created along the western boundary. The proposal will not result in the removal of any trees from the site. However, some minor pruning of hedgerows adjacent to the existing field access may be required to facilitate the new construction access point. There's a 3D image of the site seen from the south. The reserve will be located adjacent to the strip of woodland seen in the centre of the image. And this is a photo of the south boundary of the site seen along the Peacock Bay Road. So in visual terms, it's considered that the site would appear as a natural habitat, not contain any features which would appear unusual or incongruous in this rural setting. Whilst the site does fall within the greenbelt, given the lack of any new structures and the lack of any harm to the openness of the site, the proposal is considered to be in conformance to those policies which seek to protect the greenbelt from inappropriate development. Highways Authority have raised no objections to the application, subject to conditions. These relate to the submission of a construction and environmental management plan, details of parking and turning routes, along with surface water drainage details and details on your access point. Given that the site will not be open to the public and will be maintained with minimal intervention as to limit disturbance, it's not considered that details of parking and turning routes are necessary in this case. Equally, given that there will be no permanent access track, there is no need for surface water drainage or surfacing materials. The construction and environmental management plan will, however, be secured through a use competition. Following the submission of additional information, the whole authority have confirmed that they have no objections to the proposal, and the proposal also meets the requirements of biodiversity net gain by demonstrating a 120% overall net gain for the site. So to conclude, the proposal will bring with it a number of ecological enhancement benefits, will not result in any adverse impact for the highway safety, coal mine legacy, or landscape quality. The application is therefore brought to the committee for the recommendation.
Thank you, Charles. I've been informed of any speakers here this evening. Those that join us at home, there's no speakers on this item. Over to you, councillors. Councillor Field.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. This seems eminently sensible. I mean, I think that I've talked about the lack of drainage, but that would seem to be in order. Drainage would seem to defeat the purpose of this thing. So I take the general view that we should be kind to all those creatures, and that includes newts as well as calves. I'm happy to move this item.
Councillor Field. Councillor Burns.
Yes, I'm happy to second that as well. I just want to say that I'm glad that they moved the newts onto a better site for them on the other side of the road. I just feel glad when this is finished now, because it's caused a lot of headaches over in our area, having the road shut so long. So it'd be a pleasure to see it open again as well.
Thank you, councillor, being totally neutral on this matter. Are there any other councillors wishing to speak on this? Councillor Gord.
Thank you, Chair. Certainly welcome the application. Very sort of minor question. All the members may know the answer to this, but I just have to ask. Recommendation 7, access gate to open in woods only. Didn't quite understand that, Chair. Could an officer explain?
Yeah, so all that means is that if an access gate is to be used, it can't open it outwards onto the highway where it would create an obstruction. So essentially, it can only open inwards to the signs.
Any other councillors wish to speak? Okay, in that case, we've had it formally moved by councillor Field, seconded by councillor Faulkner. Those in favour, can I see a show of hands, please? And that's unanimously passed. Thank you. Moving on to item 5, application for minor development, Flanders High Street, Wilson.
Thank you, Chair. A supplementary report was circulated to members last week, I believe, recommending that the application be deferred. We've had concerns expressed by our environmental health officer about noise impacts. The site is adjacent to new housing scheme that members granted permission in the last committee, I think. So the building will be very close to those residential dwellings. So they're requesting a noise survey to be submitted, which would then inform the design of the building. So we're recommending that the application be deferred to allow further time for that noise assessment to be submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Having read that, then I'm happy for the chair to propose that we defer this. We'll see a second of that proposal.
Mr. Chairman, could we see the? Are we doing on the planning application, or just that part of it? We haven't seen the plans or.
Councillor, I don't think at this point there's the point of debating this until we got all the information from us.
Because what we're doing, we're recommending to members that we defer consideration of this application to the next planning committee meeting, at which point we'll bring it back with and that's when we'll be able to explain the scheme. And by that point, the noise issue will have been appropriately considered.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Chair. Yes, thank you.
First, a second for my proposal. Councillor Field, thank you very much. Can you see it all in favour of that proposal, please? Can I see a show of hands? Thank you. That is also unanimous. So that item is deferred to the next Parliament. Thank you. That brings us on to item 6, application for financial assistance, historic buildings grant, Old Pennant Dale, Aldridge Cross Farm, Newcastle Road, Barbican.
No presentation to make on this item, it's just as is set out in the agenda report. We did circulate a supplementary report which reported the comments of the Patient Advisory Working Party who were happy to grant the request for the grant. So yeah, nothing further to add.
Thank you, Rachel. No speakers on this item. Over to members.
Happy to second that.
Okay, it's been proposed formally and seconded by Councillor Keir. Those in favour, show of hands, please. Item is unanimous. Thank you. That brings us on to the last item of the evening that's started, and that's 5 Box Cottages. Peel, North Lowbridge. Rachel.
Again, nothing further to add to what's set out in the agenda report.
In that case, the council is still content to see this remain on the agenda in future. Meetings. In that case, can I see a show of hands, please, in respect to no? Thank you. That item is so. Urgent business item 8. I have no urgent items on the business tonight. Going around. Well, in that case, councillors, thank you very much for turning out. I'm sorry to deprive you of this hot summer's